So, over the years of being a LEGO Star Wars fan, I've bought a ton of different sets, from polybags to battle packs, to display sets, play sets, MBS, UCS. I've really been and bought a little bit of everything, or in some cases, quite a bit. So today I'm going to be answering the question, how much is my LEGO collection worth? Now, a little while ago on my Instagram I put out a post asking for some video ideas and my top 3, or my favourite 3, I would make into actual videos, because quite frankly, I'd run out of ideas. And today is the first part of those 3 videos that I'll be making. This one was suggested by Anorak6289, so shout out to him for the idea. Now let's get into it. Now I imagine for the most part of my viewers who watch my videos, they would think this backdrop that I have here, or this display, is most of my collection, or the main part of my collection, but you'd actually be wrong. Now, I do have a lot of my favourite sets on here and a lot of my biggest sets on here. For example, the UCS gunship, the Millennium Falcons, and these. These are pretty cool sets as well. However, what quite a lot of you might not know is that I actually have a whole nother display in my bedroom. Now, if you saw my room tour video, you'd have seen this display before, but if you haven't seen it, let's go have a look to give you a little bit of an idea of what I've got in there. Now, quick side note, this display isn't in its normal look. It's currently got a lot of stuff being moved around it, so it's not as it normally looks, but nonetheless, I've got some stuff to show you in here. For example, we have the UCS X-Wing and the MBS Mos Eisley Cantina. We've also got some helmet sets down here, some dioramas, some more little helmet sets, and buildable figure type sets. We've got a very nice Star Destroyer and a AT-ST Raider and Bad Batch shuttle. We've got the Razor Crest and, that. But that's not LEGO, so let's just move on. I've also got this box. Now, if you think it isn't anything special, you'd be very wrong. Well, you might be right, you never know. But inside, we have a whole lot more LEGO. I do have some non-Star Wars stuff in here, but I won't be including them in this video because obviously this is the LEGO Star Wars collection, not the LEGO collection in general. We have a few promos here and stuff like that, so there's also a lot of LEGO stuff in here, which you wouldn't normally see on camera, so I thought I'd show you that here as well. And so now you've had a little rundown of the collection as it is right now, let's get into finding out how much it is worth. Now, the website I'll be using for this is called Brix Economy, and before you ask, no, it's not a sponsored video. It's just a website that I actually think is really quite cool, so I might as well talk about it. Brix Economy allows you to list all the LEGO Star Wars or LEGO sets in general you have in your collection onto it, and you can find out how much your collection is worth if you wanted to sell it on the aftermarket right now, or how much you would have paid if you bought all the sets in your collection at standard retail price. It also gives you a listing of how many pieces are in your collection of the sets, if that makes sense, and also how many sets and figures, all that sort of stuff. So it's very exciting, and enough of me talking, let's get listing. Did that make any sense? Probably not. And so I have the website pulled up now. I'm going to list all these sets I have in my collection on it, and I'll get back to you after I'm done. And so, after about an hour and a bit of me going through literally every single LEGO Star Wars set that's ever existed, and clicking all the ones that I have, I think I'm done. Now, I say I think because there are definitely probably some sets that I just completely forgot I hadn't ticked off or maybe didn't see, but for the most part, I think I've got all the sets I have here down on this spreadsheet looking thing. Yeah. Okay, so I have now got all the information about my collection, for the most part, my LEGO Star Wars collection, on here right now. So I'm going to give you a bit of an outlook as to what's in my collection. This is stuff that I really didn't know until now, and stuff that you probably didn't know either. I mean, I'd be surprised if you did, so let's take a look. Now, in total, it says I have 122 owned LEGO Star Wars sets, which is about what I really guessed to have, to be honest with you. I didn't expect to have too many more than that or too many less, so that's pretty much what I thought I'd have. Now, in terms of unique sets, that's sets I only have one version of, so that's 104, so clearly have duplicates of some sets, for example, Fight vs Battle Pack just in general, that sort of stuff. Now, in terms of retired sets, this is quite interesting, is 77, which is actually quite a large proportion of my collection. Now, it's actually a bit less than what I would have thought. Now, it does show that a lot of my sets that I have right now are newer ones that aren't retired, which is honestly kind of what I expected, because for the most part, I've been collecting LEGO sort of now rather than when I was younger than this, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that does not really surprise me that much, but it's still quite interesting. Now, pieces in all the sets combined together, the amount of pieces would be 48,734. Now, I want to take a guess, and I'm never going to be able to probably find this out, but I reckon I have more mock building parts than I have parts of all my LEGO Star Wars sets combined. Now, I'm a pretty big mock builder these days. I build mocks probably more than I buy sets, for one of you. And yeah, I would imagine I probably have more mock building parts than that. I'd say I have around 50,000 mock building parts, so I could probably imagine myself, having more parts than actual set parts, if that makes sense. Now, in terms of minifigs, I did a minifig video not too long ago on my channel, so if you want to check that out, there'll be a card on the screen, I think here. If I'm wrong, then it's here. But either way, there'll be a card on the screen now with my minifig collection video. That's 397. Now, obviously, there are some minifigs in my collection I don't actually have on this thing now because I got them in like trades and stuff like that, so, or I like bought them straight uniquely out of the set. So yeah, I do have over 400 minifigs but on here in terms of the sets that are actually in the sets. If that makes any sense, that didn't make sense to me. But I definitely have more than 400 in total. Now, in terms of the retail value, if I bought all the sets in my collection at retail price, which I definitely did not do, I can tell you that much, it'd have been £4,703.11. That's an addiction right there. Now, in terms of the current value with inflation of these sets, you know, the raising of the price after they've retired and stuff, that is £6,531.72. So that's a 38.88% increase. I didn't do that myself, that's on the thing, by the way. Anyway, in terms of the actual years, and this is quite interesting because it shows you how many sets you got each year and the value of each year. So the most sets I got in a year were in 2019 and 2020 with 16. Now, out of those 2 years, actually, the most value was in 2020 by quite a long way. That was £750 compared to 2019, which is 540. I will have screenshots on the screen right now. We can take a look at that. But that's quite interesting. Now, 2022, already I've got 14 sets, and with the Sun Wave and stuff, I can definitely see that being my most bought sets in a year by far. I mean, I've been collecting a lot more this year than I have any other year in my life, I reckon. So, yeah, I could definitely imagine I would have a lot more sets this year than any other year. So in terms of the least amount of sets I've ever bought in a year, that is 2009 with 1 set. And that was a droid polybag, a droid stat polybag. So there you go. Apparently that's worth 20 quid now as well. So that's my least amount of value in a year as well. But yeah, 2009, I wasn't really buying anything in 2009, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's that there. Now in terms of the most value in a year, that's 2013. Let's take a look at what I got in that year. Now, do bear in mind, I didn't get all of this stuff in 2013. Obviously, a lot of this stuff I probably got, like, I don't know, probably this year, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I didn't get in 2013, but it's still interesting. Take a look at what sets from 2013 I do have. So, to start off, we have the Republic Troopers vs. Sith Troopers Battle Pack. That's a pretty nice one there from the Old Republic. The Clone Troopers vs. Droidicus Battle Pack, pretty nice one. A-Wing Starfighter. I know I didn't get that one in 2013, I got that in 2019, but still a nice set to have. The original Fire the First AT-RT, that's an interesting one. The Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. I don't have that set built, but I have the figures, so I still count it, because obviously I have the set, I have all the boxes and stuff, but don't have the set actually built, so there you go. I do have the Z95 Headhunter as well, so that's a pretty nice one. 2 of the Republic gunships from 2013. I got one of them in 2013, and obviously the other one I got graciously off the Lego Brix for about 100 quid, which was very nice of them, so yeah, there you go. And then the final set I got that year is the Red 5 UCS X-Wing, which is definitely one of my favourite sets in my collection, so that's very cool. So in total that year did turn out to be around the price of £1,120.65 that I would have paid. Obviously I got a little bit of discount, or quite a bit of a discount on some of those sets, so obviously that is a lot less. Now also do bear in mind that these sets, or the value of these sets right now, that's inflated, so I didn't actually spend £1,120 in 2013. That would have been a lot less. So obviously sets like the gunship and the X-Wing would have increased quite a lot in price, so there you go. But yeah guys, that is a rundown of how much my Lego collection is worth, and a few facts about it as well at the end. That was a very interesting video. I was very surprised by a lot of those facts in there, so I'm very happy to have done this. Of course, thank you to the person who suggested for me to do this video in my Instagram thing. There will be 2 more videos like this coming out in the future at some point. One of them will definitely be a little while away, the other one pretty soon. So, of course, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below some facts about your Lego collection, if you know them. And, of course, don't forget to check out the Brix website. It's a very cool one. Again, not sponsored, but it's a very cool website, so I definitely recommend it. Anyway, guys, as always, have a brilliant rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.